Miguel Avila Velarde. Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you so much. Thank members of the budget subcommittee of this 2016 budget. Thanks so much for the opportunity to speak today. I will be reflecting on some of the things that you already have heard from several deputies today. Today I'm going to be making a further mention to an important document that is already endorsed by the City of Toronto. It's called the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada. The TRC has made like 94 recommendations, and there are certain obligations that the City of Toronto has. Councillor Mike Layton sees as the chairman as the committee, and he and his committee are trying to make sure that these recommendations are fully implemented in the City of Toronto. What I'm talking about is we're talking about jobs, we're talking about education, housing, opportunities for people from Aboriginal origins. I'm glad that tomorrow Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is coming to City Hall to meet with Mr. John Tory, our mayor. And it will be very, very important if he can, he and Mr. Trudeau can speak about this matter, because we really need the money. We cannot ask the taxpayer of Toronto to shoulder this heavy weight or responsibility, but in the light of making amendments, peace with the Aboriginal people, it's important that Mr. Trudeau, as he's doing his best to implement these recommendations, the City of Toronto is giving funds to meet these demands. I was struck last time to hear that the Toronto Fire Services were hiring new recruits for their department. However, it appears that they were not able to meet the hiring of members of Aboriginal communities. It's a matter that still perhaps Mike Layton can investigate it. How many Aboriginals were not hired or not hired? In the future, it will be important that most jobs are giving opportunity, first-hand opportunity to members of Aboriginal communities, First Nations. The other thing I want to refresh to you is that already members of this community have expressed their concerns about the Toronto Police Services Board budget. I've been a member of as a social justice activist for the last 5 years, and I noticed how difficult it has been for our city to swallow the pill of the Toronto police budget year after year, asking us, that they need the money, and 90% of that money goes into the salaries and benefits. I think we need a political willing to stop this bleeding, because several agencies, as you probably are aware, I don't need to preach you again, but you know that several agencies face a shortage of funds. People here are talking about the meal program for children. Our children comes first than someone who's making $100,000 a year. That is my personal opinion. And we need to enhance that program. We should put it on the column of funded programs, and we can tell the police services, sorry dude, but we need to feed our children first. Mr. Mayor David Miller is responsible for this outrageous ballooning deficit that we have now, because during his tenure, he approved that the police service become essential services. How can we undo this damage? It's going to cost a lot of money, a lot of arbitration, but that's my personal recommendation to make to John Mayor Tory, is make them, regular service, not an essential service, because the arbitration year after year they win. Last December, there was a meeting of the budget committee or the security committee, and they approved it without any questions, $54 million more to their budget, because they had to meet labor negotiations. $54 million, like this. Sure, seal of approval, come on. Look, here we have difficulties in real life. I live in Toronto community housing. I live in poverty. I haven't had a steak in the last 10 years. So in my dinner, I would like to see my people, the residents of Toronto, to have an enhance on their ability to pay for better food and better health. I also want to refresh about the Toronto strategy. Yes, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. All right, maybe I'd like to, if somebody can ask me about this so-called $500 million has been paid through insurance by the city solicitor to Torontonians in the last 7 years. Councilor Diciano asked a question the other day, and $500 million, my friends, we are being taken to the laundry. And I wonder what column describes how much money is being paid for Toronto police officers who abuse their powers of authority and commit crimes against Torontonians. You know that they don't pay that amount of settlements. It's paid by the city insurance program. Thank you so much.
I have questions from Councilor Carroll.
Yes, Miguel, I have some questions, because I know you're a police board watcher, so I want you to know this when you get there too. The essential service piece, they're actually the Essential Services and the Police Service Act. I think maybe you were mixing them up with transit, because I know you were around when council was turning transit into an essential service. The police wasn't actually a mayor's decision, any mayor's decision. The Police Service Act at the province makes them an essential service. They cannot strike. But I'm wondering if you're aware, because we do things awfully quickly at the police board. There is the police contract, but unlike our non-union and senior staff here, non-union and senior staff over there's a long culture of just matching percentage point for percentage point, giving exactly the same wage increase to people who aren't in the collective bargaining agreement. Over here at City Hall, there was a long senior staff freeze on that. They got little lump sum bonuses, but not a big percentage increase that really ramps it up. Are you aware that the police senior staff are being treated quite differently than the City Hall senior staff?
To be honest, I wasn't aware of that.
I think you're not being transparent enough.
Yes.
I know you're an avid police board watcher. We haven't made that clear enough so that
Yeah.
the community would know and could speak to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you help me to understand that? We're going to make sure, I'm going to change that.
All right, congratulations, Shelley. I'm looking forward to those changes to happen down the line, down the road.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miguel.
You're very welcome.
Adina Libo. Welcome.
Thank you.
Adina to the Canadian Association of Retired Persons.
Thank you very much and good evening. I am the chair of CART Toronto